It was just another day in Philadelphia until our good friend Kyle decided to go see a little band we like to call the Decemberists. It's time to stay encrypted. Hello, I'm Alex Zarnowski.
And I'm Kyle Cicilline.
So on today's show, we have some music to talk about.
La música.
La música. First off, what is coming out? What's new? Nothing really that we listen to.
Yeah, nothing
except
huge. There's a lot of music that comes out every week.
A lot of music.
I don't like half of it. Most of it.
Coldplay has new stuff coming out, and their first single went up about, who knows when you'll be seeing this, but it's at least it started in mid-June. So there was Every Teardrop, and then on the 27th of June will be Every Teardrop paired with Major Minus, which is possibly the album title of their new album. Beyond that, Glastonbury comes next week. When we're filming, it will probably be a month now out. But Glastonbury did happen. They're kicking that off as well. And probably going to be starting also other music festivals like the iTunes Music Fest in the UK. They already played Rock and Ring, Rock and Ram, and tons of people. System of a Down, Bright Eyes, Muse. They're all going to be touring this summer. It's a huge touring summer. So, what summer really isn't. Anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to. And what are we really talking about? We're going to be really talking about the concert that you just went to see.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get a shirt. I did get something else, which I'll talk about in a moment. So I went and saw the Decemberists. If you're not familiar with them, you should be. And if you don't want to be, then just stop listening or watching. Don't listen to him. Anyway, Decemberists. I saw them in Philly at the Academy of Music in Central Philly. Great show, great venue. It's kind of like an opera house, and there's like multiple levels of the what do you call them? The
arena?
Yeah, it's not
a theater.
Arena. Yeah,
like
it's in a theater.
Like a multi-level theater.
Yeah,
I know
like
what you mean.
Like the
they know what you
freaking
mean. You know,
I was pretty far back, but it wasn't. It was you could see because you're kind of looking down instead of kind of looking out.
It's like the Apollo.
Sure. So yeah, the opening band was called Best Coast. There's some new band, 3-piece band. I'm not sure where they're from, but they just came out an LP last year. It's some girl singer, some guy bass player, and some girl drummer. And they're kind of cool. They play like kind of like post-punk, kind of Baroque pop indie stuff.
Okay.
It's kind of cool. I kind of dug it. It was kind of neat. And then they came out and they played a lot of the new stuff. And one particular reason, I think, well, other than the fact that it just came out, King is Dead. He even came out and said that he's like, hey, we're the Decemberists. We're gonna play some summer music from our new album.
Okay.
And, like, they started playing, even though the first song wasn't from the new album. But anyway. Yeah. So I think one reason, well, obviously because they're touring this new album. That's one reason why they played almost all the new CD. But another reason, the Jen Connelly, I think her name is, the keyboard,
vocals,
accordion, the xylophone player. She hasn't been on the tour for a couple shows now because I guess she was diagnosed with breast cancer and she's doing okay now. I guess Colin said he made like an announcement maybe 3 songs and he said that she's doing okay, but she's sitting some of it out, and they had this other girl replace her, and the other girl did really good. So knowing that this other girl wasn't there, that puts a lot of songs out of the possibilities, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is okay. You know, I was just happy to see them. So their set list was pretty cool. They played, if you're familiar with them, you'll know a lot of these. They started with July, which is the only song they played off of Castaways and Cutouts. Then they played, you can see the set list, Down by the Water, Calamity Song, Rise to Me. Bagman's Gambit was awesome to see live. That's off of Picaresque, as well as the next song, We Both Go Down Together, which are the only 2 songs they played off of Picaresque, which is my favorite album, actually.
I love that album.
After that, they played Want for Love, which was really cool to see live, because Hazard's Love is a great album, great concept album, one of the best, I think. And the girl who filled in for Jen Conley sang that, and she did an excellent job. That was really cool. Then played Crane Wife 3. Down the line a little bit, they played Dracula's Daughter, which if you follow Colin Malloy a lot, which I do, he came out with a live album. He tours by himself sometimes, just acoustic shows.
Yep.
And he came out with one about 2008, I think, and he this is when I first heard of Dracula's Daughter. It's like the worst song you ever wrote, he says. And it's like this really funny song. Yeah, look it up if you haven't. If you want to hear it, you can find it on YouTube.
Colin Milroy's lyrics are some of the most intricate and almost. It's
he's
almost
such
like
a great. He's telling a story.
He was
it's always so.
It's
great.
almost like he was born in another time.
Yeah, I love his storytelling of his songs. That's what's so great about them. The narrative aspect of the Decemberists. Anyway, so he played Dracula's Daughter into O Valencia because they kind of work in the same key. So like during O Valencia, he even sang the Dracula's Daughter lyrics again.
I think I've heard that.
It's really,
I've heard of yeah.
It's kind of funny and it was cool. Also, even before that, I missed. They played the Rake song, which is probably the coolest song I think they played all night, which is from Hazards of Love, and that was really cool to see live.
How was Rocks in the Box?
Rocks in the Box was cool. All those songs were just they're cool to see live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then they came back out after that during the encore, played the Raincoat song, and then they played a Fruit Bats cover, When You Love Someone, which was really, really awesome. Really awesome cover. I've heard some of the Fruit Bats before, but never, I haven't heard this song.
I don't think I've ever heard of the Fruit Bats.
Yeah, they're not as well known, but Colin Malloy, they do a lot of covers. They've been covering this song specifically almost every show this tour. Then they ended with Chimbley Sweep.
That's my favorite song.
Which is off of Her Majesty, the only song off of Her Majesty. And that was awesome when they started playing that. And then in the middle of it, they had Chris Funk, who plays guitar and slide guitar and stuff, had some guy from the audience pulled him up on stage, gave him his guitar, and the kid started just jamming with him because they were just kind of like just jamming in the middle of the song. That kid came up and started jamming. The lady brought up another girl and she was playing Colin's guitar. This other girl, and they were jamming. Colin goes back and plays drums, and they're all jamming together. And then John Moan, the drummer, comes out, shoeless with his yellow socks. His pants are all a little high, and he's just like laying around on the stage, and he starts improv, freestyle blues singing. Awesome! It was so good, and he's a great singer too. By the way, he has his own band. He came out an album. I think he's played in other bands, but he has a band. It's just purely himself called Perhaps, and I have that album. And it's really good. He's a great musician. Anyway, he was out there singing freestyle, and these other people are jamming. And that's awesome. That's why I love the Decemberists. They always have a lot of audience involvement. Like when they'll end a lot of shows with Mariner's Revenge song. And they have the audience yell and scream, and they come out with like the.
If you ever get a chance to see that, like look it up on YouTube. The Mariner's Revenge song is one of the coolest things.
And it's a great telling. It's a great story that he tells too in that. You know what I mean?
It's like 10 minutes or more.
It's not that long. It's only about 7. It's not that long.
I don't know. They're
maybe 9.
Live.
Okay.
Live. It usually goes about 10 minutes.
Anyway, it was a great show. While I was there, I picked this little sucker up. It's the vinyl of Hazards of Love, and I've been kind of buying vinyls here and there because I love the quality of vinyl.
We listened to it just before filming, and it is definitely banging.
Sounds great, and they had when we first went, we stopped there. They had a little bit of everything. Here's some of the artwork. Also another nice note: Colin's wife does all of the artwork for all their albums.
Really?
Yeah, she does all the artwork.
My.
Anyway,
yeah, I could see that because Colin had
looks a lot like Crane Wife.
Crane Wife,
the color of Crane.
Or
they all look
Colin's
the same.
like when he went on tour, he did some sort of like independent CD, and it looks like it.
So I got this. My buddy that was with me bought the last copy of Picaresque, which was there, which I might have gotten, but I was like fine with this. You know, when
you're playing a record, you're gonna want to hear something straight through.
I want to hear all the way through if I'm gonna listen to a record, and this is by far the best to listen all the way through.
Yeah.
And it's like. You know, it's $20. Like you can't beat that. That's great. You pay $20. You know, well, whatever. It was better than a $20 shirt, which I didn't dig the shirts too much. They had
or a crappy little tiny CD.
Yeah.
Or even not a CD.
Anyway, this is great quality, and it's a good thing to collect. I had a great time. I'd definitely go see them again. I'd recommend them if you've never heard them. I would definitely recommend listening to them. Their new album came out in January. It's called The King Is Dead. They're still touring it. Check them out.
So that's it for this segment of Ajazz Encrypted. And I'm Alex.
I'm Kyle. See ya.
Later.